I don't know when I decided that the trumpet is the appropriate way to start this podcast, but that's gonna be. I think it's perfect. It fits my high-pitched voice, slightly annoying but kind of whimsical also tone of this whole thing. I think a trumpet is the way to go. So welcome back to Funny Girl Abroad, and podcast about funny things that happen to us abroad. And today is one of those days that you look up and you realize, hey, there's a bunch of pumpkins here. I guess Halloween must be close. Decoration, it's like little reminders that basically tell you, in case you forgot, yeah, Christmas. It's about time. Tis the day. Tis the time of joy. If you forgot it, get on it, please. So apparently I put up a few pumpkins, so I remind myself that Halloween comes. Because I tend to forget it. I tend to forget everything about Halloween. And here's the deal. And that's the whole premise and the whole topic of this episode. Halloween has not been a thing for everybody, right? I'm Greek. I didn't grow up with Halloween. So for me, Halloween is still sort of new. And that's just fantastic. Can you imagine being an adult? And I mean, of course, celebrations are fun for everybody, but who are we kidding? They're basically for kids. Because when you're a kid and you first discover Christmas, it's just the craziest feeling in the world. It's the most happiness you'll probably ever experience. Okay, somebody has to explain it to you, you get to see it, you get to feel it, you get to wait for it every year. After a while, everything kind of loses its appeal. After a while, you're like, it's Christmas, I have to go do stuff, I have to buy gifts, I don't want to decorate, but then it's going to be so weird if I don't decorate, and and when do I get it down? And as boring and stressful as every day in the end. The whole magic is gone. That's why people have kids, I think. I think people have kids basically so that they can enjoy celebrations again, like secondhand, vicariously through their kids. This is my theory, okay? But now I have this huge privilege of discovering a whole new celebration as an adult. And a lot of other people have this experience either because they moved abroad to another country that celebrates Halloween, or just because Halloween is becoming more popularized in countries that didn't previously celebrate it. So you don't actually have to move abroad to kind of identify with this situation. It can come and find you, okay? If you don't go to Halloween, Halloween has a way of coming to you. Sorry to say. So what do you do? Like, what is the rookie Halloween guide, so to speak? And like, it's gonna sound so boringly obvious, but yeah, there is not one way to celebrate a celebration. And of course, you can always make a mistake. You can always do something because you think it's traditional and then it turns out it's not. And I'm speaking from experience. Just yesterday, I spent a fair amount of time trying to tattoo a pumpkin. Yes, you heard right. To put a tattoo on the pumpkin. Because I thought that was a thing. I thought one of the many things that we do to pumpkins on Halloween, besides turning them into floor lamps and using them to make all types of foods and drinks, is also to tattoo them. I mean, I don't see why not. Why is it more weird to tattoo a pumpkin, which is also quite easier actually to do, okay, to just draw something and stuff, than to turn it into a whole lighting appliance? To my defense also, it didn't just happen. It's not entirely my fault. I didn't just wake up one day and decided, you know what would be fun? No, that's not what happened. I was tragically misled, of course, by marketing and of course discounts. Discounts and gifts are extremely misleading. Now, the whole thing started when I went to the supermarket for an entirely different reason, by the way. It wasn't to pick up Halloween stuff, it was to pick up artichokes. But on my way inside the store, I saw these lovely pumpkins piled up in this little cute Halloween carton. And I thought, hey, that's not just any pumpkin, that's a Halloween pumpkin. It comes from the seeds of the devil. It's been listening to concerts of goth music in the greenhouse. You see this pumpkin here inside the Halloween package? Okay. You see this pumpkin over there in the fridge? Totally different pumpkins. They've nothing to do with each other. Okay. I went for the for the Halloween pumpkin at the moment when I didn't even want to buy a pumpkin to begin with, because I wanted to do something for Halloween. I got reminded about it. I grabbed the pumpkin. Then I go home, I remove the Halloween packets, look at it. I'm like, yeah, this looks exactly like any other pumpkin. I think I was a little bit misled here to think that this pumpkin was somehow special. But then I saw just around the packaging those little, I don't know, I'm gonna call them sticker tattoos, though I'm not sure this is actually a phrase. I've seen kids use those, but you can just put them on your body. I mean, it's kids, it's basically your arm, right? I don't think a kid's gonna like throw a sticker tattoo on their lower back. I think that's a bit weird. So yeah, you just put them on your arm and then pull the sticker out, and now you have a tattoo for like half a day. And then you can go to your mom and be like, I got a tattoo. And your mom is gonna be like, good, congratulations. That's what this is for. And I knew it, I recognized it. But there again, it came with a pumpkin. And when things come together on the supermarket, it's usually for a reason. Okay, there's usually some type of correlation. Like you buy coffee, you buy a jar of coffee. It comes with 2 cups. Here's a gift to you, from us to you, 2 cups. So now you have somewhere to pour the coffee. Thank you so much. You're really thinking about me. Insert coffee brand. Thank you. I have my own cups, but I appreciate the gesture, you know? I'm gonna have 2 extra cups that don't fit with my set, but I'm gonna think about you every time I use them. Now, sometimes they do give you random stuff. Sometimes it can be like, here's your coffee, on a separate note, here's a hat. I suppose thanks. And you're just sitting there drinking your coffee with a random cap on for no reason. Sometimes that can also happen. Fine, I accept it, I admit it. But most of the times, the things are related. So when I got this pumpkin with those little sticker tattoos, reasonably I thought, oh, you're supposed to tattoo the pumpkin. Of course, you know, the traditional pumpkin tattooing that everyone's doing. Naturally, I started trying to tattoo the pumpkin. And I tried quite a bit, you know. I started to... First I tried it dry, you know, just put the sticker on, wait, try to peel it off. Nothing. Then I tried to throw some water in. Nothing. Then I tried to read the instructions. They were in Spanish. Then I moved a little bit further down and then they were in English, so that was a little bit easier. And that's about when I started to realize that no, it might as well have just written no in the instructions. Whatever you're doing, no. I'm shocked there was not a special disclaimer for this kind of possibility, for this kind of person like me. Don't put it in your eyes. That's what everything says. Don't put it in your eyes is a common disclaimer. But after all of those, it should say somewhere also, this is not for the pumpkin. After multiple efforts and after I read the disclaimers and the safety warnings, I understood I was not supposed to use in the pumpkin, because otherwise, why would they warn me about using it only externally? Like, what would that mean then? Don't tattoo the inside of the pumpkin, only the outside of the pumpkin? No. See, this is when I started getting my first doubts. Soon enough, I realized I also Googled tattoo pumpkins, traditional practice, Halloween vintage pumpkin tattooing, nothing. Bottom line, you can always do it wrong. Even after you think you're doing it right. Next thing I want to talk about is the spirit of Halloween. Not so much the specific things that you do, but the spirit. What do you feel? What's the sense? What is it? What's the feeling that you look forward to when you're waiting for the celebration to arrive? How does this feel like? And of course, that's a little bit personal for everybody, it's different for different people. But I can tell you what mine is. Halloween is about simulation, overstimulation actually, or like a lot of those things that are enjoyable and pleasurable, but not great if you overdo it. You get a free pass on Halloween. So you are free to just stimulate yourself as much as you want, and it doesn't matter because it's Halloween, right? You can scare yourself while eating candy and getting all jittery and then go partying. Christmas is also stimulating, of course. There's also lots of food and this decoration that is absolutely, but it's also cozy and it has this kind of serenity a little bit with the snow and the quiet. Halloween doesn't have that. It's all chaos, pure chaos. So you get to basically enjoy and embrace the chaos. There's so many chaotic stuff that comes with Halloween that is just amazing and kind of unique. You don't get to have them any other time of the year. They're specifically tied to Halloween. Like for example, eye candy. I mean, now, okay, when you hear eye candy, what are you thinking about? Yes, of course, you're thinking about something that is beautiful to look at. It's the eye candy. Now, for me, because it's not my first language, I'm thinking of things a little bit literally in my head. So when I think of eye candy, I literally think of candy that looks like eye that you eat. It's like a white fluffy candy that has like it even has little red veins around it and like the thing in the middle. It's extremely disgusting, but I don't know what is this weird kind of pleasure that I get by eating the eye candy. I just can't describe it. Well, first of all, it's delicious. It's a quite delicious candy, and then it's just this kind of thing that you never do. I mean, I'm never planning to actually eat an eye. Don't you want to have a little bit of a touch of this experience? No, nobody. Okay. That's understandable. That's kind of relieving, actually. So you have the special, scary candy, eye candy, and of course also potentially finger candy, maybe skeleton candy or other. There's not many pieces of the human anatomy that are as convenient as eyes and fingers for this sort of thing, but this is a start, and dare I say this is enough. So you have all of the weird candy and the pumpkins, and the music. I am very thrilled by like Halloween songs and especially one Halloween song, and I recently went down a very, very deep rabbit hole trying to find another song like the Monster Mash because I just love the song extremely much. I hear it all the time on Halloween, and I listen to it. I don't just hear it, I don't hear it like you hear voices. Like I wake up and then it's the Monster Mash. I'm like, what is this? Get out of my head. I can't live this way. No, I listen to it. I intentionally seek it out and then play it and then listen to it. It's a lovely song. It's so much fun. It comes from this. Apparently, there was a dance that was very trending in the 60s that was the potato dance or the potato mass dance. I don't know really. Somebody came up with this idea of the monster mass, so the monsters wake up and they, instead of attacking you or doing all sorts of monstery things, they just do the trending dance, the monster mash. It's so funny. It's just it's a very nice song. It has a lovely melody and stuff, and the guy that sings it, who's also the guy that wrote it, just has this fantastic, he has the perfect amount of ooh, like in the voice. It's the perfect. It's just, it couldn't possibly be any better. The monster mass. He did a mass. He did a monster mass. The monster mass. It was a graveyard mass. He did a mass. I can't have enough of this song, really. And I can't have enough of this guy. Why isn't he around? I mean, he's around, not around because he's dead, but it doesn't matter. While he was alive, he should have made every song with his particular style. Now we have, I don't know, the Dead Dance from Lady Gaga. I mean, I love Lady Gaga, but that doesn't cut it. That doesn't nearly cut it. I wish we had the Monster Mash guy do the Dead Dance, or Bloody Mary, or whatever. Oh, dance, dance, dance with my hands, hands, hands. I can't. That's all I want. What else can he sing? The songs that have like ooh or like ah, ooh, I'm blinding by the lights. No, I don't see the. Oops, I did it again. Actually, there was a song that was similar, but I don't remember what it's from. Huh. Oh, I think I know what this is. I think you wanna. But I should probably stop. I think this is. I mean, I will continue doing this in a number of different songs for a couple of days, but you don't have to watch it. That's what I mean. Not that I'm done with it, but that you're done with it for now. It's one of my favorite songs. And okay, I can have a number of covers that I wish I could have from this guy, okay, but maybe there are other songs like the Monster Mash. Maybe there are more. After all, this is all new to me. I didn't know about this song until some years ago. There's probably so many more like it that I also don't know. Let's look around. And so I start looking, and I mean looking. I went down the rabbit hole, like just looking what are Halloween songs, cozy Halloween songs, vintage Halloween songs, like anything that I could find. And of course, there are some stuff that are common, like the spooky, scary skeletons and the purple thing, purple man eaters. Or does it mean they eat purple people, or that it's purple and it eats people? I don't know. I keep looking, and after a while I realized I got to the bottom of the barrel, and that is of course the AI stuff. And you know what's funny? It took me a moment to realize that it was AI, because apparently when something is vintage, you kind of you don't relate to it in the same way. So I'm looking for songs from the 50s and 60s, and a song pops out that was made using AI, and apparently AI can just kind of serve to me something that fits my impression of what something made on the 50s and 60s was like, sounded, or looked like. And that's an interesting territory, because I don't have a direct experience, so it doesn't feel weird and artificial immediately. I have my vague idea of what a vintage song sounds like, so a fake one can actually kind of easily fool me. Took me a second, but then there were some lyrics that were just, I don't know, they were just weird, just like, just wordy and saying nothing, this kind of thing that you get by AI sometimes. Something is just saying, but there is no impact, or like no image quite from the thing. There was a song that was called, I think, The Lonely Ghost, and it was about a lonely ghost that it was saying, he's just a spirit in search of a friend, but the night is long with no hope to send. It feels weird. It feels like everything, all the words that are being used are technically used correct. That's how each word describes the thing, but it doesn't quite make sense as a whole. which if you think about it is also kind of how I speak. So I don't know, we see if I'm real. Anyhow, so in the end I just figured out, you know what, let's just drop it. That's the song. Okay, instead of trying to find another song, like another Monster Mash, let's just be grateful to whoever, to the person who made that song back in the day, and just enjoy it. And that's it. Just enjoy it every Halloween, and there is no need to find another. And if it's not celebrated where you are, you can still do it. You can be the one to start it. So thank you so much. Happy Halloween, and see you around.